Hello, everyone, and welcome again. After a little bit of downtime here, we have another round 5 of the Limitless Qualifier 3, sponsored by PC, of course. And here we have Stephan Ivanoff heading in with his trusty Baby Blaze deck, and we see him playing the Jirachi Prism Star package here.
Wow. Oh my god,
In
that's
his Baby
PogChamp.
Blaze
That's
deck.
PogChamp.
That
Mr.
is definitely
Mime.
PogChamp.
For those who don't know how the combo works, is that Mr. Mime is able to switch, I think, the top card of your deck with a card from your prizes.
Exactly.
So you are able to basically, and Jirachi Prism has an effect that once you draw from the prizes, you can bench it right away and you draw an extra prize. So
yeah, with Rankaroo and Mr. Mime, you could be able to set up some kind of a combo there, but it's awesome stuff, this. And being able to play it in Baby Play seems, I would say it's kind of more over the PogChamp area of memes here. It's not something you usually see.
Yeah, we don't know how it will do. Obviously, with the VMAX, it's, you know, it makes sense. You know, I want big damage for these big Pokemons, but at the same time, you still have to deal with the spread, which I think is very threatening. And at the same time, there's a lot more cards that you have to deal with right now. So let's actually see how it goes here for Stephan. He is doing quite okay, actually. But yeah, look at that. He's already setting up. He's playing against the Spiritomb, probably an ADP Spiritomb.
Yeah, that is ADP Spiritomb. But in this game, the Spiritomb player has not decided to go for ADP here. He's just going full on one pricers. And we're going to see a long and grindy game here from these two guys. Indeed. Heading in and really playing for it.
Oh man, that's the Oranguru already. He's able to even scoop up net if he wants. Put back that Jirachi. Basically, he's playing ADP Blacephalon at this point.
Yeah, with all these extra prizes being able to be taken, he almost grants himself the ADP effect whenever he gets the combo going. And Blacephalon usually taking many prizes at the time. This combo actually works really well.
Yeah, exactly.
It usually takes 3 prizes per attack if it's attack team or VMAX, of course. So it's a pretty genius inclusion here by Stephan. Something I haven't been thinking about really going into this format, but he hit that nail right on the head on this one.
Yeah, and it's pretty good as well in Blacephalon, which is a deck that doesn't require too many Pokemon in the bench. You obviously have the choice to decide which Pokemon you want to bench. With Blacephalon, you usually just need 1 or 2 Blacephalons, but even 1 is fine because you're able to set it up every turn with Welder. But yeah, there we go. Flower Ball Circus discarding 2 Fire Energies because of the big charm that was attached to the Spiritomb.
Yeah, and everyone get out there your clown noses, clown shoes, and horns for this, because
it's clown meta all over again.
It's clown all over, but this clown with mimers on it. This Mr. Mime is really gonna be important for this matchup, and for Stephan's PogChamp potential.
Clowns and mimes. There is a tag call from the opponent. That's finally an ADP hitting the board. The Dene as well. Setting himself up, but at the same time, if Stephan is able to pull off this combo, it's pretty good. I think you can do it about twice, because you need scoop up net for both the Mr. Mime and the
but
Jirachi.
that's all he needs, right? Because if he takes 2 prizes per knockout, or even against his 1 prize attacks, he's changing 1 Spiritomb for 1 Blacephalon, right?
Exactly.
And then he takes 2 prizes with Mr. Mime combo.
Yeah.
If he does that, game's over, right? So
exactly. There's a big knockout here, actually, in the Spiritomb with the Anguish Cry taking the Oricorio GX out because of the weakness.
Yeah, exactly. That's one of the things I can switch around this price rate in the favor of his opponent here, is that, of course, Stephan still plays these helping GXV Pokemon for either extra attacks or just draw support from this Oricorio, since usually Stephan playing this deck is getting knocked out every single turn. Of course, therefore, you can always play the Oricorio to gain yourself extra cards and extra options to getting these energies and Welders every single turn.
Indeed, indeed. Obviously, the Blacephalon, as you said, needs to keep up this energy spam every turn. Obviously, had many tools to do this. But there we go. Finally, we see the Jirachi. Will we see it? This turn, the Fireball Circus does take a knockout on the Spiritomb, moving in back to 3 prizes. There it is. That's Mr. Mime. Oh my god.
And let's go. Let's see if we get it this turn. I really do want to see that happening.
Oh my god.
That
And
is going to
I
be
think he
ultimate
knows as
champ
well
moment.
which prize it is. Obviously, with the online, it's a bit like difficult. I mean, for sure, I think it would be the same one. I don't think there would be any reason for it to be switched to another position.
No, I think if he just has to remember the position of the prize he clicked on.
Yeah, exactly. There's a welder as well. He did the combo correctly, played the Mr. Mime. And he also is able to set up another of the Blacephalon. Remember, he needs to have a place in the bench free for the Jirachi effect to activate. So yeah, actually looking pretty good here for Stephan. If the opponent is able to respond to this knockout, he would still need to grind it out. So yeah.
But you also have to remember that if his opponent takes one more knockout on the Blacephalon, then he can still go for it at the Dene.
Exactly.
So Stefan's not out of the gate yet, and he's still going to be down to if his opponent draws perfectly here and gets these boss orders onto, for example, the Dene for last 2 prizes. Stephan definitely will lose this game.
Yep.
But he's making it as close as possible in this situation here. And now we're going to see it. Jirachi!
Okay, there it is. the extra prize.
So first time I've seen it on stream, we're going to have Jirachi Prism Star taking an extra prize card after coming from the prizes. This is really the circus deck.
Yeah, it really is. It really is the circus deck. There's no other way to describe it. We see a Cryogonal from the opponent. I do like this, but right now, without the ADP buff, it doesn't do much. There's a Stellar Wish as well. The opponent, I think, has kind of gave up on the idea of taking of doing the ADP full effect. It does have just boss orders, and obviously this adds another level of play. Obviously, with ADP Tip Spiritomb, before you had problems by setting up, the various damages and taking the right knockouts. But now with boss order, you're able to just skip that. So there's a Spiritomb.
Definitely, you can pick whatever you like to knock out, depending on the damage on your Spiritomb. And we see here.
Anguish Cry.
Anguish Cry. Spiritomb's sad, but gets a knockout.
So yeah, what do you think Stephan needs to go for here?
I think he still needs to go for grinding down these Spiritombs here and hoping that his opponent does not get to the boss orders game, like I said, with the Dene. That's really what he has to try for, but on the other hand, Stephan can really swing back quickly in this game if his opponent does not get his Spiritomb and a Rainbow next turn. That's going to be really a bad time.
Yeah,
so,
exactly.
If Stephan can keep drawing what he does, like he has the energy retrieval already, has everything he needs in his hand, as long as he doesn't get disrupted, Stephan's in a very, very good position in this.
Exactly. We know the opponent plays 2 copies of Marnie. I think one has already been discarded or played. I'm not sure. But in any case, there are still options for the opponent to do right now. He just needs to, being able to set up another Spiritomb, probably with enough damages, because this one will be knocked out. His board will be just have 10 damage without the Dene that he can move around.
Yeah.
So yeah, he needs, I think, at least one more turn to set up the knockout.
Definitely, and Stephan's board looking fine, but it needs to get another Blacephalon play.
Yeah. There is a Blacephalon with Fireball. Circus will be able to knock out this Spiritomb, and as well he has one piece of the combo. He does have one the Scoop Up Net, but he needs 2 to pull it off. So Mr. Mime as well.
So I don't know what Stephan's doing right now.
Yeah, he's just
deciding.
thinking.
He has a Prime and Wisdom.
Yeah, he's kind of deciding this turn, I'm not doing this combo, I'll just take enough time. Hopefully I don't get hand disrupted, because if he does get hand disrupted, it's going to be uphill for him.
Yeah, it's going to be a bad time for him if he gets hand disrupted. And let's hope that, for Stephan's sake, that we don't see hand disruption in this case, but we might be likely to see something, because, of course, he wants to stop Stephan in his tracks.
Yeah, he does take back all these energies. I'm not sure I particularly like this play, because right now if he gets Reset Stamp, his deck becomes a lot of energies.
Yeah, it depends on if Stephan plays Giant Hearth or not, really.
Yeah.
And also, taking out these energies makes them a drawing out for
Yeah,
Heat Factory.
exactly.
So that's probably why he's picking them up, for
Yeah.
to
It really
guarantee
depends a
that he could
lot.
draw more cards.
It sticks around. There's the Fiber Circus. Decided to go for the knockout this turn is definitely the right choice.
But yeah,
But it
massive
really depends
combo
what
here
the
would
opponent is
be
able to do now.
Stadium plus Marnie here.
Yeah, I
Seems like a
think what the
really strong
opponent
combo.
should do right now, I mean, maybe this delay. Oh, there's the Shrine of Punishment. That's really good. Energy Spinner as well. The opponent does have, as I said, 2 copies of Marnie and 1 Reset Stamp. He's able to take 1. These 2 cards, it might be difficult for Stephan to catch up from this, especially considering he doesn't have any extra draws. He doesn't have Zation or anything on the board.
That too, and Reset Stamp is even more deadly than Marnie in this case, giving Stephan half the cards they would gotten off of Marnie, so Stephan's really, really, really crossing his fingers that he's not gonna get Reset Stamp in this case.
Well, let's see. As a Phaeon. Oh, well, that's the energy as well on the Spirit Tomb. And there's the Marnie. Oof. Stephan needs to draw good off of this. That's pretty good, actually.
Really do has to.
Scoop up net as well, a quick ball. Does have some access as well to the Primate Wisdom. If he draws an energy, he will be able to welder and draw Ominous Buster. Slowly and steadily, the Spirit Tomb is becoming more and more menacing. We won't see the boss order this turn as well. So it's the Cryogonal, putting it on the active. He doesn't really need it at this point. He just gave it to the slaughter.
And also, the reason why I could be playing all these retrievals and stuff to get back his cards was the Cryogonal. Because then the item lock would be very scary for Stephan not being able to pick up his energies. So definitely a strong play picking up those energies last turn, and props to Stephan for thinking so much ahead in this case.
Yep, that's correct. This is a real pulse section. I'm not sure I enjoyed, because that plus F1 wouldn't need to discard 2 energy in case to retreat if you wanted, I don't know, for example, to Jirachi. But once again, take another quick ball, probably, and just keeping the Fion for next turn. Fiery Flint, excellent draw here. For Stephan. Let's see. Jirachi on the active needs to go away, but obviously thanks to the scoop up net, he will be able to remove it from there. Maybe a Frozen Lock, as you said, would have helped him out and buy him 1 more turn.
Exactly, Frozen Lock could be really strong in this case here, but don't think we're gonna see that, unfortunately.
Okay, what just happened?
I don't know.
I think the card wasn't played on time. Yeah. Yep, that's very unfortunate for Stephan. The timer and boss order closing out the game. Oh,
yeah, timer kills Stephan in this case, and
but let's also be very fiscal about it. It would have happened as well in real life if we were to a high level tournament. That would have been considered slow play. But at the same time, it's very unfortunate because here it's very strict on the online. There's no space for discussion. There's no margin for human understanding. So pretty sad for Stephan here. Yeah, very unfortunate. But yeah, there we go. As well, props to the Spiritomb player. He played this really well. Maybe there was a single turn with the Frozen Lock that was missed. That could have really switched up the game.
It made Stephan pay for his actions, and even though we saw the Circus deck, the Circus was unfortunately closed, and unfortunately...
With an even more circusy end. Wow. Really, props to Stephan for playing it fully in team. So I think already round 6 has started, so we'll just take a quick break and we'll be right back for the next round.
See you.